Hey folks, how are you doing this morning? So it's Alex here. So yesterday we were talking about things concerning life being a man and such kind of things, of which electricity seemed not to cooperate. Though it's okay because I'm gonna do this video again, and that is what I'm doing. So with that being said, let's dive into the video. So we were looking at the baseline masculinity in the back old days when men were real men. Back in the days, men used to have responsibility and duty simply because that is the baseline of being a man. Responsibility, you have responsibility and duty on your people, to protect them, to provide for them, to guide them, to be their leader, to go to war for them. That is what it meant to be a man back in the days. Protect them from the wild animals out there, of which they used to do their roles and duty and responsibility to a point that they believed that doing that will give them honor, of which they did to their family, to their women. Their sons admired them. They admired to be like their dads. Their women respected them. Their daughters obeyed their word. But nowadays, what we seem to have nowadays is altogether different. We see men that are weak, men that are freaking weirdos, men that are drinking, men that are, I don't know, womanizing and all this bullshit. They are throwing up their emotions and these kind of things. And at the end of the day, they never earn respect from the women. They never earn obedience from their children, simply because they themselves have eroded themselves, and they are not men enough to control their impulses. And this way, their respect is eroded everywhere. And this is as a result of feminism and this bullshit movement that is happening, the LGBTQ shit. The reason as to why all of this is happening is simply because a man has a very major role to play in the society. Being a man is something that is admirable. If you look very well back in the days, we used to watch movies like those of Rambo and Diesel, Jean-Claude Van Damme and these kind of people. Why did you used to do such kind of things? It's simply because we had that innate desire to become like those people, to go there and achieve something for our people. That is just what we had from within. We had that desire to go out there and just be in a position of protecting our people, guiding them, like being the leader, taking their bullets. That is what that we meant to have from within. But as we grow up, that kind of things kind of get eroded by the current society, or the culture that we are evolving in. You find men that are watching TikTok, men are weak, they are crabbing, they are womanizing, they are doing all these bullshit things that they are not supposed to be doing in the first place. And of which at the end of the day, they get to be miserable. They get to be miserable and cry their eyes out simply because they're in a mess. They're not happy on a daily basis, because I know very well being a man, simply because whenever you're not performing, you haven't done shit, you haven't done anything, it feels like hell, big dog. From within you feel like, god damn, man, I don't want this life. Simply because you haven't yet added any value into your life. And that value comes in when you have that responsibility, when you have that duty that you have from within, the duty bestowed upon you to protect your people, the duty that you have to provide for them. You have a duty and responsibility to give your people whatever is possible here on earth. That is your role as a man. And if you don't want to achieve that, you are thinking that I want to be happy, then you are less of a man, big dog. You are less of a man simply because if you look very keenly, our back in the days, our grandfathers and these kind of people, when they are fighting for our freedom, these people didn't give a fuck about their fun. They didn't care about fun or something like that. They cared about their future generations, safety and these kind of things. And that is why they went to war, regardless of what. They had a reason to fight. They had a reason to wake up every day and fight. But nowadays, it seems like we wake up as men, we have TikTok, and the day is done. We go to a job and get paid some freaking pennies. Bruh, it's something that we have to change. Something that we have to change, big bro. And actually, that is where a lot of people are getting lost, especially young men, simply because we need to have purpose. Drinking that booze with your freaking buddies won't add you purpose. Smoking that weed, it won't give you purpose. Having multiple women and these kind of things, it won't give you purpose either. It will only make you miserable from within, because that is not what you want. You want to have purpose. You want to have duty and responsibility that you are waking up every day and fighting towards. That is all it is. You know, you just have to open your eyes to what needs to be done. You just have to build clarity, then avoid all the distractions that are coming your way, simply because they will come. They are coming again. The temptations, all this shit that is happening in your life, in your mind, they will be coming again. You know that. You know, all the temptation to masturbate and watch porn, all the temptation to go out there and look for sugar mummies and this bullshit. They will be there every now and then, every day. Don't expect that they won't be there. They will be there, and it's up to you to be in a position of waking up, building that clarity, and asking yourself, do I want this for myself? Do I want this for my mom? Do I want this for my kid? We don't want that. We want to be the best version of ourselves, for those people to look up to us with admiration. And they'd be like, God damn, that's my dad, man. Don't be that guy who even his people are not proud of. Just imagine, for instance, you are a dad, you are a husband and such kind of things, yet you play video games, you don't go to work, you are fat, you are staying on your couch watching video games and playing I don't know bullshit. Then your wife and children get to see that. Just imagine how freaking weird that can be. They see a weak dad, a weak man lying, a weak freaking slob lying on the fucking couch. It doesn't make sense to them, simply because they are like, God damn, is this the person who is supposed to provide for us? Is this the person who is supposed to protect us? You see? They see a failed man. That should piss you off hard. And that is why your children are not in a position of looking up on you, you know. They cannot put you as a role model because they just don't want to be like you. But if you can be in a position of building that purpose, if you can be in a position of saying, hell no, I'm gonna change my life for better, for worse, man. Whatever it freaking takes, I'm gonna change this shit. Because that is what that matters. That is what that matters, the legacy that we leave for our people. That is what that matters, and that is what that brings the duty and responsibility, and at the end of the day, it brings respect and admiration from our people, the people who are looking up on us, and also the people out there in the street who are looking up on us as well. Because as a matter of fact, we don't exist just for ourselves, and that is why most young men have been sucked in the loophole of chasing hedonistic form of happiness, simply because they think they are here just for themselves. You're not, big dog. You're just not, you know. You're here for other people. You are here for your mother to thrive. You are here for your wife, for your children, to lead as an example. You're not here to just go out there and just be happy, enjoy yourself in clubs and drinking, I don't know, chrome gin and all this bullshit. That is not things that we are meant for as men. As men, we are meant to go out there and take the punches, big dog. We're meant to go out there and bring war, you know. War over ourselves, war over our desires, our emotions, everything. We were meant to conquer this, you know. We were meant to be the providers, to be the protectors. We were meant to go to the gym and be strong, appear strong, and intimidate our enemies. But nowadays, men are all weak, you know. You can't tell me that a man, first of all, a man who is not strong in the body, that man won't protect you. That is a man who is weak first. And it shows clearly that this person has trashed himself in a way that he's not taking care of himself. That is one of the criteria that you have to understand. As a man, you first of all have to be fit. That is what you wanted all along, and that is why you are watching those kind of movies when you are a child. But nowadays, you found KFC, you don't want it anymore. That's bullshit. Secondly, a man should be in a position of being able to provide for his people. And I mean, giving them the best life can offer. And it is a duty of a man to be in a position of being able to provide money or resources in the current society that we live in. And that is why a man should be working hard like crazy. A man should be working hard like crazy to achieve that goal. There's no time for seeking happiness. There's no time for wasting with, I don't know, women and all this bullshit. You have to direct all your resources to who you want to be. That is what really matters in the first place. Think about that. The other thing that really notifies a man is his spirituality. You know, all things happen nowadays, and we get to a point that people are just saying it's okay to pray. I don't know, like back in the days, if you look keenly, we took our spirituality very seriously. Very seriously. Not like these cookie cutter things that is happening. Nowadays, if you look very keenly, you will see that Christianity is like eroded, you know, especially in men, is eroded. And they are just doing it to just feel good or something. I'm praying, or to just feel good. I prayed, bruv. That is not what it is. That is just not what it is. We have to understand that as men, we have a duty and responsibility to serve God. And not just to serve Him because he's supposed to be served. To serve Him from within. Who we think, who we are, like as men, you know. That is what we are meant to. We have to attach our lives to purpose, young men. And that is just what it is. That is the baseline of it. As a man, we are meant to have purpose. We are meant to have role. We are meant to bring change in our society. We are meant to bring inspiration. And that is what we have to be working towards every now and then. Because that is what that really matters in the first place. All this hedonistic form of happiness and all this bullshit that is happening, they don't matter to a man. They don't. They just simply don't. So it's up to you to understand. You have to build purpose in your life. You have to sit down and just be in a position of understanding. Who do I want to be? As a man, what legacy do I want to leave? Because a man without a legacy, like, he's empty. He's a person who faded through history like everybody else. You have to understand. We have to build that legacy. We have to be men of inspiration. And that is exactly what I'm doing with Alflex Fit. Bro, we have to be the best. We have to lead as an example, young men. That being said, me, I'm super fine. And I really want to see you at the top simply because I want to have men around me. I want to have that circle of men. I mean real men who can go out there and fight. Real men who cannot snake you, you know. Real men who can go to battle with you, you know. That's what I'm building at Alflex Fit. And with you watching, I'm super grateful because of that. I'm super grateful. I don't know how to explain this to you, but I feel so freaking good seeing that young men are listening to this. And you are going to be the best. Whatever it freaking takes. Be that guy who says and does. Keeping your word as a man. Be the best. See you at the top, people. And if you haven't yet subscribed, consider doing so. See you at the top. Adios.